I know it's really easy to sit on this app and scroll and compare yourself against other people. So I want to tell you a little bit about my back. Somewhere, and we have our failures that lead us to the point of where we're at today, but we don't necessarily share those failures, or we don't necessarily share our backstory. And it's really easy for you to see my story currently or someone else's story currently and start comparing yourself to where they're at right now when they definitely weren't there to start. Growing up, I was always super active. I played a lot of sports. But then when I went to college, my lack of nutrition and movement kind of started to catch up to me. So I started going to the gym. I wanted to kind of tone up, be like those girls I saw on Instagram. I honestly had no clue what I was doing, so I would just follow like Instagram workouts or stuff that I found on Pinterest. And as far as it goes nutrition-wise, I would follow like Pinterest ideas, Pinterest meals, things like that. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but so much information out there is just misinformation. It just tells you eat less calories, move more, and you'll get the results that you want, which as a woman specifically isn't the result 90% of the time. I remember being so hungry a lot of the times. I would eat just like things that were labeled as like skinny or lean, 100-calorie packs, things like that. Anything that was like diet industry, that was me. Once I graduated from college, I had a big girl job and I could afford a coach, so I hired someone. And I did a bodybuilding competition. I learned so much. I learned how to track macros. I learned how to properly do a workout, like a structured workout, which was great. Towards the end of my prep, it became really hard for me to lose body fat. And I ended up going to the doctor just to get like some blood panels run. And I ended up being diagnosed as hypothyroid. Can be genetic. Honestly, I know it was from years and years of constantly under eating, constantly over exercising. And I grew up watching women that I looked up to. They wouldn't eat the bun on their burger, or if they didn't eat the cheese or something, they would say they're being good. And this isn't their fault, but this is just diet culture 101. And it was burned into their brains by the media, by magazines, by all of these things that they look to for their source of information. I mean, maybe this is the same for you, or maybe it's, you don't even realize it, but you have kids yourself. Maybe you're constantly doing diet after diet, or you're always making low calorie things, or always pulling buns off your burgers, or just doing these little habits that you don't even realize that your kids are picking up. But these things, they are noticing. They watch, they notice these things that you're doing. As moms especially, or as women who have kids in their life that maybe look up to them, this is our responsibility to educate ourselves. I took it upon myself. I wanted to teach women how to not have to diet and just constantly eat less in order to achieve the body that you wanted to achieve. Because when I was doing my prep and I actually learned how to eat to fuel my body, I was like, oh, this is way more than I was eating when I was constantly at the gym for 2 hours doing cardio, trying to burn off and tone up, right? And so I took it upon myself. I wanted to teach women how to properly fuel their bodies. And that's what I'm doing now. It's really hard for me to share that I failed. I hit this rock bottom place with my health. But that caused me to look into and research and observe and do all of this education on my own that I am now helping other people with. Because you do not have to eat less and less and less in order to lose weight. You do not need to eat less than 1,000 calories in order to tone up or achieve the body composition that you want. You don't have to do hours of workouts or hours of cardio a day either. Thank you for watching. I encourage you to share this with somebody who may also be struggling with their health, or trying to see the results that they want to see. Maybe they've been dieting for years and you're like, oh my gosh, this is why I can't lose weight. Just share it with somebody, because honestly, the more educated that we are about our bodies as women, the better off we are in the future. So thank you for watching, and I love you guys.